Hi, Maya. Thanks so much for joining us today.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me.
The last time we spoke, you were 16 years old playing for the Leaside Junior Wildcats in Toronto, just hoping you would make a university team. And you did. You're currently with the University of New Brunswick playing for the Varsity Reds. Talk a little bit about how your experience has been there.
Yeah, it's been really good just committing and everything. When I first came to the team, it was the first time that the team was reinstated since the team got cut 10 or 11 years ago. And ever since then, we've been proving ourselves in AUS. And actually, this year's we got ranked third last week in the country. So that was a huge accomplishment. So yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. And you're not only a hockey player, you also are a student. You're studying electrical engineering. How do you balance all of that as a student athlete?
It's definitely a lot of work. A lot of scheduling goes into play and just like extra time's been used to study. Like on the bus, I actually have to utilize the bus hours to study. So it's definitely tough being on the road all the time and just like when you come home from practice, you're tired and just want to sleep, but I have to make sure I get my studying in and my homework done. So yeah, definitely a big commitment.
So you started playing hockey at the age of 4. Your career started in northern British Columbia, Terrace. It took you to the big city of Toronto. Now you're in Atlantic Canada. You have been so committed to the sport for, your entire life. What is it about the sport that, keeps you committed and keeps you, staying involved?
Honestly, I think the biggest thing for me is just like being around all the girls. Like I've met so many people on my journey and like those like relationships are just like you'll never forget. And just like playing the game, like everybody's out there having such a good time. Like usually everybody's like wants to be there and wants to be around you. So just like a very positive environment to be around.
Yeah. And talk about that sisterhood that hockey, has created for you and how they've kind of been your support system through your tough times.
Yeah, like they're just like basically like we're your family, like they're like 22 of your best friends or 28 of your best friends. So if you ever like need help with school, like especially at university, if you ever need help with school, like older girls, you have older girls on your team that can help you out and like helping out the younger girls that may be struggling with a couple of their classes. So it's just like nice to have that support system. You know that you always have someone to talk to.
And you've spent so much, of your time practicing and perfecting your craft on the ice. And how does it make you feel knowing that there's not as many pathways to play professionally? Like what goes through your head knowing that?
Yeah, it's definitely like something that like takes a lot of thinking and to like figure out what I would want to do once I graduate and stuff. Like it's good that there's lots of doors that are opening, like you can play, like they have the women's league and stuff in Canada and like you can go play professionally in Europe. So like those are some options. And then also like I put all my hard work into school, so just being able to use my degree after I'm done school is pretty special.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. There's still a number of inequities when it comes to, the female game, and you see girls dropping out at a faster rate than men. Um, what message do you have for the girls, looking to pursue hockey long term?
I think honestly, just like if you have that goal and dream of making it somewhere, like you can do it and just like keep putting that work in and like staying positive about it because like positivity and belief take you so like they can take you anywhere basically.
If you had a message for those who have the power to make a change when it comes to the women's game and support it and make it equitable, what would it be?
I honestly think just like being there as like a mentor and like helping those younger girls like get through the program because I think like just having that like older and like involvement kind of like lets those younger girls see like the past that they can achieve and then you can also help them guide them to where you want to be because you've been through those experiences and I think those are like very valuable especially in women's hockey because there isn't as many women that play hockey like the men do and they have that path like pretty much paved. You take like whatever route you want to take. But for women's hockey, it's very there's lots of different options. So
Yeah, and speaking of being a mentor, you
mhm.
are one in your community as well. So talk a little bit about, your experience coaching younger girls and how that has been in terms of, giving back to your community and things kind of coming full circle.
For sure. Honestly, it's just been a phenomenal experience just seeing like those little girls playing. It just like brings back memories from when you were at that age. And like when I was playing, there wasn't very many girls playing hockey. And I played boys hockey for like most of my younger years. So just seeing like that girls have girls teams to play on and like they all get to go hang out with all their little friends. I think it's inspiring like for me to see, even though I've already been through those programs and stuff. So I just love giving back, and the community's done so much for me. So just being able to give back is huge.
As a diverse hockey player, it's great to see more visible minorities get involved, I'm sure. And, you play a big part in mentoring some of the young girls out where you play. So talk a
Mhm.
little bit about that mentorship that's happening in New Brunswick.
Yeah, like our hockey program is putting on a camp for First Nations females. So we're bringing in like other ethnicities and to just like introduce them to the game because in lots of communities around the area, there's not very many like hockey opportunities. So just being able to showcase that to young girls and inspire them by looking up to us who are playing. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
How does it make you feel knowing that you're a role model?
It's a pretty cool experience just knowing that just to be part of the team and knowing that there's girls on our team who are um, like helping these younger girls in these camps and stuff, just being a part of that, just inspiring. And even when I was a kid, like just having that would have been absolutely unbelievable, knowing that I had someone to look up to, um, especially with diversity being a big subject these days.
This is your fourth year playing university hockey. Talk about some of the highs and what you'll remember when you do look back.
Honestly, I think one of my biggest like moments that was very special was our first ever home opener since the team was reinstated. Just seeing how many fans were actually like came out and watched us because they hadn't had women's hockey at the school in years, and they obviously support their men's team. So just knowing that they had just the efforts and support for us was absolutely unbelievable to play in that building. And this year, we actually last year, we're doing really well this year ever since our first year in the league, and we're ranked third in the country. So that's probably the biggest high for us right now. So just knowing that what we're capable of this year is absolutely phenomenal.
Well, congratulations on all your successes. We are so proud of you here at Hockey Night Punjabi, and I'm sure you'll inspire many of those who are watching this. So thank you for your time today, Myah, and we look forward to seeing where the rest of your career takes you.
Thank you so much for having me.